was Dust for Life, Dark Things Betray, and on the phone with me right now, Jason Hughes from Dust for Life. Jason, what's up?
Dude, what's up? Sorry for the delay. I'm in redneck land. I've moved.
No problem at all. So, dude, tell me what's going on with you guys.
Man, actually, a lot of stuff is going on. We're pretty excited. We've got our new CD, which is called "The Consequence of Vanishing," and that song is one of the tracks. It's going to drop, hopefully worldwide, as far as iTunes and CD Baby and TuneCore and all that. It's going to drop here in about 2.5, 3 weeks. And I also have designed my own T-shirt line based on all of these songs. In fact, one of the first ones is "Dark Things Betray," and it's based on tattoo art and a bunch of random shit. I mean, I've got the ink on me, and I've got the scars to prove the songs and the shirts. Gold Dust and Dark Things Betray are the first two shirts, and I just had a meeting today, and I've seen the mock-ups, and they are wicked. So we got a lot of stuff going on. We're just really excited to kind of get back.
That's awesome. All right, give me a little history of Dust for Life for those of them out there that haven't heard of you. There's probably maybe 5 or 6. When did you guys start up?
That's flattering. This is something that Chris Gavin is the singer, and Chris and I are the two songwriters, and we are the band in the sense that we're the only two members that have been in the band forever, and we've had various different people play with us in various incarnations, but the bottom line is we started about 7 or 8 years ago, and I'd met Chris through a mutual friend, and she had said, I was looking for a singer, and she knew what type of songs I had written and what I was trying to do, and she told me to go hear this guy play. So I went out to this bar. I mean, I walked into the bar, and Chris is fronting this band, and at the time they were playing a mix of everything, but this dude was just jamming the crap out of Brick House, and I mean, he was playing all the guitar and just singing it, very soulful, and I remember thinking, wow, this is unbelievable. So he took a break, and I sat down with him, and I just kind of explained, what I had written and what I really considered, was me. Well, right. This is who I am as a writer, and what do I like? And we threw a few common influences out, like Alice in Chains and Black Sabbath, and just different stuff people that we admired. And we decided to get together. We were both going through a divorce, and 6 months later, and 20 or 30 songs later, we had 5 or 6 demos, and at that point we signed with the manager of Creed. We ended up subsequently signing with Wind Up Records, and man, maybe our 8th or 9th show, we were on tour with Creed, and our first show was 47,000 people.
Dude,
and we were the warm-up band. So, dude, it was I shit my pants. I'm going to tell you honestly, I played horrible, and I was so scared. And listen, I don't want to make it sound like we were a flash in the pan. We weren't, because we had played in several bands. I mean, all of us did the club circuit just for years. It's just that we came together at the right moment with the right sound and the right time. And hey, man, some of it's luck, but
oh, sure.
That's kind of how our story. That's how our story started. We were maybe poster childs for, God Loves You and Good Luck and What a Nice Break, and we've gone from that to just bleeding for it, which is where we're at now.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I've seen bands. I grew up in Jersey. Actually, I've lived in Jersey my whole life until I moved down here last year. And there were bands that you see playing out with huge followings every night of the week. Every bar, they're there, and they're busting their ass, and they got fans everywhere. And then you got bands that do 1 or 2 shows, and all of a sudden they're signed. And it's like they don't even have a following yet. How are they getting signed? So it is. If it's a flash in the pan, or it's luck, or who hears you, or it's a roll of the dice, really. And yeah,
dude, it really is.
It really
Creed,
is. Shit, man. That's.
I've been on both sides of it, man. I've been on both sides of it, and we've been like the golden child, critics' darling, and then we've been like can't get arrested, even for pissing on the statue of Elvis. I mean, we've been all those places. By the way, it's Elvis Death Week, if you guys don't know, August 16th, and 50,000 crazy fans in our city with the candlelight vigil going on. Can't be wrong, I guess. But
I'm sure.
Chris and I, we've kind of discussed it, and we sort of have a little bit of a theme for this record, and our theme is, destiny is not a matter of chance. Destiny is a matter of choice. And I don't give one fuck if Wind Up or anybody else says that I'm, a great rock musician. I could just give a shit. This is what I do, period, the end. We create it. We live it. I mean, I've bled for every lyric of these songs. I'm a recovering addict, and, man, I've been through a lot of shit. And the manager of Creed one time told us when things went south, he was like, man, if you guys need a job, you can come wash my boat. And he was like, I know you're going through these hard times. Y'all ought to write a song about it. And, he's kind of said that in a little bit of a redneck voice. I mean, and quite honestly, I'm not, I appreciate that because, what's happened, dude, we did that. And this record is all about that. And I think a lot of people catch that. A lot of our friends and sort of hardcore fans have heard it, and they get that. And people keep feeding back to me and Chris, look, I really identify with that. I've been through a lot of stuff, man. And I mean, I can just tell what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't need to know the story. I'm there. So, you get a little bit of that. It makes you feel good. It makes you know you're on the right track. And if you don't contrive yourself, if you just sort of bleed for your art, my opinion is the cream comes out. It rises to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. This next song I'm going to play from you guys is Bleed Out. Yeah. Is there anything behind it, or is it just a gem and tune that you guys do together? Or?
There's a lot to that song, and I hope to make a T-shirt out of that, and I should soon. But Bleed Out, what Bleed Out is it's a term that they use for alcoholics, and it's the concept of literally your blood bleeds out through the veins because your veins have dissolved from your addiction. And when I wrote the song and Chris sang it and we discussed it, to me, Bleed Out is, man, I just really feel like you'll hear the chorus and you'll see what I mean, but I just feel like the chorus says it all. I mean, I'm trying to reach out and be what's in front of me. I feel like God's given me dreams, desires. He's given me things that I need to do. And for the longest time, until the last 6 months, I've just felt like everything I touch turns to shit. And everything that I do just folds back on itself and is a big failure. And so that song is about, what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to break out of things, and it continues to fail. But I think one thing that's common to our tunes is in the middle of that, there's a thread of hope. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's,
right.
A God in your heart. There's something in your soul that just drives you, and what you got to do is keep pushing for that light. And so to me, that's kind of what that tune's about. That sets it up pretty good.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to play that now. This is Bleed Out from Dust for Life on SilentWildlifeRadio.com. We're here with Jason Hughes from Guitars for Dust for Life.
From the smear of my life seems small.